Well, how do you look back at those 2 seasons?
Those 2 seasons to me kind of reminds me of my time in the D-League. It's just one of those things where I guess just a chance to really grow, develop as a player, go through the bumps and bruises and the necessary bumps and bruises and stuff. And from there you kind of just get hopefully you go through things, and then it primes you for like something bigger or better in store, and that's what I'm hoping for. And I just feel like I learned a lot, grew a lot as a player, and maybe there's not as much to show for. Similar to the D-League, it's kind of like there wasn't you couldn't really see everything, but then hopefully I get a chance here.
What did you learn from that situation, X and O wise?
In Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, just I learned so much because coming into the NBA, my only experience was playing in D'Antoni's system, really, and maybe a couple games under Woodson. So just from that, just everything off the ball I had never done before in my life. I've always been, the one handling the ball. So really learned so much in Houston, just learning to be a more multi-dimensional player.
Has that helped you in Byron's system that you can be on and off?
Yeah, it's going to help, and it's going to help a lot because Kobe's going to demand a lot of attention, and he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot as well. So being able to be better off the ball has, cutting and being more active, knocking down shots, and then the other thing is defensively. I think I'm a much better defender now than I was a few years ago for sure, and I still have a long ways to go, but I think I've made great strides.
Assess your Laker camp. What did you do extremely well to get you ready to be a starter?
Well, really, I'm just a starter, I feel like, because I'm healthy. So I guess
well, let me rephrase that. What do you think you did extremely well in camp?
I just thought I just attacked and just played my game. I think I was very free mentally, and just went out there and just played with my teammates, and took whatever defense gave me. I thought for the most part, minus the Trailblazers game, I thought I did a good job of just really cutting down the turnovers and trying to slow the game down for me.
With Ellington out, how are you planning on playing with so few wings this upcoming game?
I have no idea. It's one of those things where you kind of show up, and it's like those Tuesday night rec league games. It's like which one of my teammates is here today? Who's able to play today? I mean, today we didn't have enough to go 5-on-5. So, it's just one of those things where you got to figure it out. Who's healthy, who's not. We don't know who's going to be healthy opening night, but we're hoping as many people as possible. And from there, it's just kind of figuring it out. I may have to slide over and play some wing too, but that's fine because I did that in Houston also.
Being so familiar with the Rockets, do you think you can exploit some of their weaknesses?
I think the Rockets are like a really good team. I think their coaches are really good too in terms of what they're focusing on. So I don't think there's one thing where it's like, wow, that's an obvious weakness, we have to attack it. I think it's just one of those things where you have to play a great game all around, and you have to do everything you can to slow them down on the offensive end because they're so explosive offensively. I mean, first group and second group. Their second group is also putting up ridiculous numbers as well, at least in the preseason.
How do you defend James Harden?
You're talking about, possibly the most efficient player, one of the best, possibly the most efficient player in the NBA. You just got to make it tough. He's gonna end up with what he's gonna end up with. It's just how hard does he have to work to get those points and those assists, and you gotta make sure you give him try to take away some of his space. He's so good in space. Try to be physical with him, but he's so good at getting to the line. It's tough.